Hi guys, this video is if you missed class on Friday, December the 4th or Monday, December the 7th. Okay, there were two items that we did in class that day. We did a pair deck first. Okay, there were two multiple choice questions that you need to do for a grade. And then there was a Jamboard that we opened to write and solve equations from word problems, okay, real world situations. So go ahead and open the pair deck first. Once you're done with the pair deck, you can go back and you can open up the Jamboard, or you can have it open now and then it's already ready to go for yourself, okay? So the pair deck is in student paste mode, okay, so that way you can click through it. Slide 1 is just a reminder of the steps that you've got to take to complete writing equations from situations. Okay, even at the top, there's some pointers to help you. Remember, on these, you're finding slope word first, circling slope number, and then you're putting a box on the intercept. Okay, then once you have those numbers identified, you should be able to determine what side of the equation they belong on, and then you're setting them equal to each other. Okay, so these are the first two problems that you've got to get done first. Once you're done with those, you can close this pair deck and go open up your Jamboard. For this part of the assignment, you are going to need your Desmos calculator opened. So if you want to press pause and go open that real quick, remember it's under Resources in Google Classroom in the Classwork tab. Okay. Okay, I went ahead and did a split screen so you can see what I was doing on my Jamboard and then what you have to do in your Desmos at the same time. Okay, so we're still writing equations from real world situations, but now we're gonna go one extra step and we're gonna solve them. Okay, so here in this problem, you're given a situation. You are given information on two different things. Okay, so this one is talking about work it out, Jim, and then this other one is talking about get fit, Jim. So work it out is going to be on one side of the equation and get fit is going to be on the other side. Okay, and so now we're going to try to find slope words. We're going to try to find slopes and we're going to try to find intercepts. Okay, you don't always have all three of those things, okay, but those are just the basic formats to follow. So I see slope word, number right next to it is my slope. There's no other number for work it out, so that's it. Work it out is just going to be 50x. Get fit, I see a slope word. The number closest to it is your slope. So far it's 30x. This 100 is your intercept. So now I'm done with get fit, 30x plus 100. Okay, next slide asks you a question. You want them to be the same cost. So that's why I made them equal to each other up here. 50x was work it out. It's on the left. 30x plus 100 was get fit. It's on the right-hand side. Now we're going to solve it. Okay, we've learned three different ways that we can do solving. Okay, one of the ways, remember, the first way we learned was modeling. So we could draw a picture right here of 50 x's, 30 x's on this side, and then 100 ones if you want to. Okay, that one may be a little time consuming. You can also solve by hand and do opposite operation. Okay, the last step that we're going to learn today, or the last, not step, the last way you can solve is by using your Desmos calculator. Okay, so if you notice here in this oval, the equation is already written for you. All I did was separate my problem, separate my equation. So we already know how to get a left side and a right side. Then all I did was I took y equals whatever I had on my left side. So y equals 50x. Okay, So I'm going to type that over here into my Desmos. Y equals 50x. And I'm going to hit enter. And now that I'm thinking of it, this was a terrible example to do, but we're going to see how we can zoom in and zoom out and hopefully still be able to figure out what our intersection point is. Okay, so then if you notice over here on the right-hand side, I took whatever was on the right and I said y equals. Okay, so I'm going to take that whole equation and I'm going to go type it into Desmos. So y equals 30x plus 100, and I'm going to hit enter. Okay, if you don't have a keypad on your, if you're not using a Chromebook and you don't have a keyboard to type, remember you can use this keypad down there and the buttons pop up for you. Okay, so once you have graphed both sides of the equation separately, you type each one into Desmos, right? They're separate. You should see two different lines, two different colors. So now we are looking for the point of intersection. So all I'm doing is clicking and dragging. Oops. I'm clicking and dragging to try to find where my lines intersect. Okay. So I still can't tell because they're kind of close, close, close. If you click on either of the lines, your intersection point is going to pop up for you. It's going to be grayed out. So it's up to you to click on it and the numbers will stay there. Okay, so that's where I got the 5,250. Right? I got it from Desmos. I only want the X value. So I only want the number 5 because that is my X. We were looking for X, right? We wanted to know what X was going to be in the equation. Okay, so my answer is X equals 5. That means after 5 months, they're going to cost $250 to join either of those memberships. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of walk you through one more, and then you'll be responsible to complete the rest. Okay, so if we look here at this taxi problem, there's two different companies. So I've got a left side, yellow taxi, right side, AAA. On the left-hand side, all I've got is a slope per mile, right? So there's my yellow cab, 0.25x. On the right-hand side, I'm talking about AAA. This one has a slope, 0.15x, plus $3 because it's got a fee before you actually get into the cab, right? It's $3 first and then 15 cents per mile. Okay, next slide wants them to be the same. Okay, so all I did was I put an equal sign in the middle. Then I went to Desmos and I tried to graph each of them separately. So I said y equals 0.25x. I said y equals 0.15x plus 3. And then you've just got to find the intersection point. Okay, we care only about the x, and that's our final answer. Okay, so go ahead and practice through these, submit it when you're done, and I will look through those for you. Bye, guys.